next, I think it's feature time. So, our first featured performer has been doing this thing for a while. She's multi-talented, aside from being a poet. She's also a musician and a physical performer. And she's kind of like me in that she travels between the tribes sometimes. And there's several circles, which I would make a math joke here, but I haven't taken a math class since 2003, so I'd be really bad at it.
But would we know?
How many years ago was that?
What kind of math joke?
Damn it, right? All right. She's been published in. Oh, she just told me, and I should have written it down. What was it called?
Downtown Underground.
Downtown Underground. Hey, chapbooks are important.
They are. They're printed words.
Like some of your favorite poets from the second half of the 20th century, at least. Some of the best stuff first came out in chapbook form. But I'll let her tell you a little bit more about herself, or as much as she's willing to share. And oh yeah, she's got some poetry too. That's kind of what we're hearing. So, yeah. So please welcome Suza, everyone.
Hi everybody. So I'm going to try to be respectful of time since we got started a little late today. But hi. I'm Suza. Some people know me as Hepcat. And yeah, I'm a conceptual artist. So that means that sometimes I make art out of things that aren't normally art. Like words or events where you create a moment and bring people together under a unique kind of experience. So yeah. So like poetry is not always fictional. Sometimes it's real, and a lot of times it's conceptual too. Yeah. So. Forgotten how big the sky is. Beautiful freckled heavens, blinking, winking, sweet naked dreaming, patiently waiting in the darkness while the earth rotates, the universe went concave, the dreamy vacuum of space. That weightless oblivion, we float with abandon, fly so close to the sun, evaporate before you burn up, transcend time, that hyperspace drive. Embers like dancing fireflies, leaping, spinning into the night, lit with cascading sparks of light. Let's ride off into the sunrise, where the sky meets the horizon. Selectric, elect to be eclectic, get spastic, do something drastic. You can't imagine how naughty I've been, but don't put it past you to laugh at the tragic coincidences of how my time is spent. Let it overtake, felt it radiate, this unavoidable, undeniable, unmistakable, unassuming. Flowing over me like skewed reality, can distinguish where to reach them. Over it, under it, never planned it, just let it happen. Can't make adjustments when it just keeps coming. Unrelenting, doing its own thing. Electromagnetic, rushing, frantic, feeling hectic, getting in it. The adrenaline drive that gets you high makes you question all the hows and the whys. So I'm going to read one about fire, and then I'll read one about water. Because why not? So subtle a delicious energy, distractions like bolts of lightning, off our heads bouncing, rhythm of undeniable beating. Attractive magnetism draws me in, unexplained, welcoming. As we follow our flow and choose to let it all go, let you follow me home. So I can let you know. Yesterday's fire goes fading all around us, piles of smoking embers, the past lies all around us, smoldering, not extinguished, yet a new spark distinguished from the old chaos of before. no expectations in store. In a barely settled aftermath, under the gray ash glows, that unresolved conflict, the red neon coals, deceptively warm even without a flame, burns to the touch. Time to make a change. Slow burn cools so much. The cordial, civil, lacking passion, lingering and wasting potential, stepping back before it breaks. We rake these coals apart and let them consume themselves, to take our souls apart, to consider with introspectiveness, to embrace the kind and not the cruel, to realize the abundance of fuel, the infinite depths of love, as below so above. Waiting for inspiration, that proper motivation, the ability to give and receive when things flow similarly, energy aligned and it's the right time, to feed a new spark, a blue flame. Like energy attracts like, opposites consume, repel, and fade. We're challenged to accept and take action, to make the most of our infinite potential, to explode, to love yourself.
I know.
This is another one that was a record one day. It was on, this was also on Fair Park, but I really like it because it's rainy and, yeah, it's a nice rainy day song. Rain is dropping down the glass, running, the temperature slipping, just sitting here chilling, loving the feeling got by disbelieving, watch reality slipping from the floor to the ceiling. So nice to relate, so pleased to acquaint, so very nice to make the time with you get late. Cause we just stayed, time out from the game. Just thought I'd say it's so lovely when it rains. Clean and refreshed, spring showers are the best to wash away the mess that makes a person tense. To release this stress, please do confess, our time is best spent in pursuit of calmness. You know, we were reading all these nice dark things earlier, so I'm going to read the one about, you know, conspiracies and stuff, because that sounds like fun. We're here in Dallas, so we should do that. Glass reflected twinkles, always round-eyed, blinking, winking, always watching, but does it really see? Can it read through me? Does someone sit watching in confined spaces with so many square TVs waiting for me to walk by? Scratches in pen to mark the time, logging my travels, the satellite snapping candids on lamppost winking, undermining whirring metal and glass gleaming like Orwellian dreaming. Like to hide under Jackie O sunglasses. I'm in disguise with my X-ray specs. You can't deny, feels so mysterious, mysterioso, mysteriousness. Yes, yes. Invisible eyes see you sooner. Don't even try to get away with anything. And you can't hide from high-powered laser beams, because I've got you in my sight, both barrels, bada bing. Drifting reception, flickering beyond recognition, reach back underneath and tell me what you think. The submarine in my sink, the whirlpool drains underneath. It's such a feeling. Maybe from something, that deja vu memory, I guess you caught me staring. Look past the daydream, it's an excuse we use to hide, to see inside, to look through those eyes. And even if spotlights blind the windows to your mind, the pinwheels turn to the right, it's reflective inside. So this is the one that I posted earlier today that had the video, but I kind of like it. It's actually about a poet named Neil Cassidy, since we're doing Beatnik, and he had many names, he was in many books. He drove lots of vehicles, buses, stolen cars, whatever, yeah, things. Aimless lover, aiming loveless, walking through the steps of romantic bliss, without committed entanglement to slow down the trip, rather fun exploring instead of settling for it. Wading through transcendentals, testing sex experimental, taunting conversations out of hiding, gaining momentum each and every nightly, running for the joy of it, maintaining a constant state of motion, keeping up with the flow of it, chatting at the riff to the beat and the rhythm. But until you write it all down, it's just a figment of your imagination. Lay down your freestyle rhyme and create something more tangible, like the flip of a hammer caught on the downswing. Frantic flow of his banter enraptures even strangers that he meets. Driving the bus further than the OJ would allow, full tilt the whole trip, feet barely touching the ground. Had the hustler's instinct to be whatever the person he's with wanted him to be, with such delicious spontaneity, so very codependently charming, bisexuality without pausing. Just wanted to drive fast, maybe take the drag backwards, one eye over his shoulder, got this shit mastered. Experience is the high that lasts for miles and miles, that can get you off from the passenger side. He always had to drive, even from Cali to the other side, to see the good Dr. Timothy tripping out on LSD. Always had to go faster, to get inside their heads, even so much faster than down the roads he sped, breaking to sing to a bird, taking her back at the nest, telling the lovely intelligence until body and mind are spent. Let the energy flow with creative motion. Feel the beatific glow of instinctive emotion. Rather relaxed and ultramagnetic, philosophical rap about the Dharma beatific. Makes me so crazy listening to you wax eloquent, doing long divisions with erotic equations, reading footnotes, imagining my heels sliding past boots, tactile sensational, exceeding all feeling, leaving me tingly, experience leaves me breathless and wet, something you just can't get in a bottle. Take off those goggles and seduce me with dead language, cinephile diabolique, surrealist dialogue and sheets, high class, low brow, and in between. Don't try so hard, baby. I like what I see. Hardwired circuitry, analyze me from A to G. Searching for the one, that one true love, lost cause it's all fucked up. The ventilation of your frustrations funneling down to touch the soles of your feet. The relaxation of satisfaction. 1, 2, 3, just wait and see. Want to kiss me, could not resist me. Time to take your time, baby. We've got all day, we can't stay away. No time for change, we've got to make it. I did this one with a musician named Sean Anderson, who produces Everything in Gray. And this one they actually released from a record label in Chicago called Guidance. So technically I don't own all the rights to this one anymore. Yay! But one day I'll buy those copyrights back. And everybody remember, you can change your copyright. You can change your royalties. You just have to buy back the rights to your own stuff. Anyways. You keep me up at night when I should be dreaming right, but when I close my eyes and brush the stars away with a smile, start to fall into blackness and into the darkest expanses, envelop me in a lucid path, mine goes too fast to just relax. Heard that certain ninja skills teach assassins to sneak uphill into unsuspecting dreamers still reclining until they move in for the kill. Get ready for the evening, ready for my mind's wandering, vaguely slipping into lucid dreaming, if only I could remember the real things. It's too much to just wake up and remember enough to change my luck, so can't wait to get tired. Busy sleep is what's required. Can't wait to see what's transpired when we slip over the astral tripwire. Never know what's in store through Morpheus' back door till you hit the floor and decide there's no reason to run for. And realize that everything is nothing and less is more. Whatever you allow for is what you're in for. And before you're done for, you ought to know this for. Realize that everything is nothing and less is more. Something meaningful, abstract justifications, excusing all indiscretions and end-to-end emptiness. All these grasping souls expelling nervous energy, mechanics free of intensity, emotions held in unnatural restraint. So liberal with vulgar physicality, that soulless infestation, fornication's duality, the orgy versus masturbation. No questions asked versus communication, no strings attached versus exclusivity, scattered static, fleeting, depleting, ungratifying, unenlightened fucking, or rather accept the risk of a single dynamic spiritual bond. To trade up instead of cash out, to deny the fear of betrayal, the disappointing disillusions, quiet, so very quiet. And for just a second, silence. If the demons of uncertainty are restrained and pretend it's mended good as new again, so depleted, nothing left to lose, might as well give into the erotic confines of my standards, the exalted heights of expectations, the non-judgmental, still quite liberal, untraditional, free of convention. So close, almost there, just don't stop. You're going to make me come correct about what I expect. What prevents the train wreck, gravity or magnetism to the track? Knowing the goal and taking it nice and slow. The key to understanding happiness is all about finding balance. Woo! As each second ticks by, we go another few miles. That backdrop filled with sky, tracks stretch on for a long, long while. If subway trains had glass bottoms, like riverboats on the water, and the riverbed below you'd see the swimming fishes and the green algae. But you look through the glass beneath your feet to peek at the underbelly of society. The clack-clack, splash-flash, the flickering frames move right on past. Click-clack, flick-flash, the scenes from this window flash by too fast. Only one thing unchanged, the street sign perched atop out of boisterous vandal's way. At midnight they raid, polishing bricks of dullest gray with gemstone-colored paint. Look through the glass beneath your feet at the underbelly of society. Flickering frames move right on past. Scenes from this window flash by too fast. Artificial misrepresentation like latex piss engraving their territory like an aerosol kiss. Embellished script too expansive to be missed. Creation of destructiveness. We are doing good on time. All right, excellent. Reunion of forgotten madness, free from every awkwardness, of shining DNA striped lights turned around inside my mind, engaging as before, spinning in the waves of life, brighter in the twilight, the delineation of structure exploding inside to captivate my eyes. Outside my eyelids, the fireworks escape from Deep within each cell, incendiary instincts expand into space. A lit cigarette dropped in the mortar, better run the fuck away. But to even find yourself in the situation, you've got to be a little more than crazed. Glistening above the highway like strands of DNA, encircling beauty extends from the universe outside to within. The intertwining power lines like streaking bright meteorites, the very essence of this life, like the light in the light, watching for you to laugh or cry depends on the balance of your state of mind. Can you let yourself go in ready to recognize your sense, to transcend the debase of each and every day? What are you willing to accept? Because you'll get what you expect. Can you live that way? Can you maintain with grace into your consciousness embrace that old familiar face? What do you say? Will all be okay? As long as it doesn't stay the same? And we'll know that we're going the right way when things begin to radiate. And if it's all inside my brain, then who's to say how it will turn out today? Has it really changed from yesterday? Or do you feel the same? Does it go down way inside your brain, eating away, or rather dissipate and float away? Confront this long angle downwards. Don't tremble at the side or cower. Make each step an exercise and effort. Just how high are you willing to climb before you find what you came to find? Is this the top of the ride? How does one confront the truth and still feel fine? With hesitance, better left on the first step, and every attempt at effortlessness. Head first into the ground, flying face down, or laughing, revel in the profound futility, way behind me where it can't find me. So lovely to see you. It's always such a delight. Casual flirtation proves to really help pass the night. Completely freeing through fleeting feeling, grazing lips across such willing, skin waiting to be held again, more delicious within the fantasy of it, more inventive than the planning of it. Anticipation adds so much weight to it if you wait for it. Then it slips inconspicuously through knitted fingers, always overanalyzing till the very last. And when ready at last, the moment passes through as an epiphany, ready to grant us releasing into effervescent dreaming, ready to greet us embracing, tangling, mingling, ready to give and receive, and tick-tock it all stops. Damn, logical reason. Why can't I live by my compulsions? Reeling through daylight, ready to metamorphose into a creature of the night. We're not ready for this. It's time to raise our spirits, time to elevate our minds. There's nothing in the dark that you can't find within the light.
Where's the cold water?
Okay, I'm going to read two more, and then I'm going to be done here.
Yeah, that song, by chance.
Do I have a song? Yes, I can sing the song too. Sweet. No problem. Blood rushing into my ears like waves falling in from the ocean, gentle lapping like kisses on the consciousness, and in an instant falls away, taking only a trace of each cell in my brain to travel all the world's stage with no local destination in mind. Unfortunately, mine sometimes seeks out another time. Maybe simplicity I'm looking to find. Nostalgia isn't interested in mystery. The fingers of neurons grasp at memories, inescapably fine. They couldn't have come from this life. The familiarity of strangers, the predictability of particulars. Never expect coincidence to be unconnected incidents, since significance is perceived resilience. And you'll be happy to find, as needed, one at a time, perception's many sides will surface in your mind's light. And when the search is over, you find the prize you learned to see without using your eyes. Whatever flips on your switch, fulfills that niche, grants you a wish, gives you a grip on this head trip. And they say that all us kids are crazy since the ideal sexy body decorated, stretched out, stained, and mutilated, maybe a little crazy. But we're all more naked and helpless, weak, sweet, and defenseless, and then it starts to change. Kids are cool, or so they say. Society hopes human nature mutates, since some of us want pleasure without any pain. And sometimes maybe just a little taste, to remind our minds how it feels to be flesh, blood, mortal, and real. Group mentality often tweaks with the way that we ought to think, packing up like savage beasts, gravitating towards the super freak. It's easier than buying your way in, paying hard cash for fair weather friends, most gratifying outward descent, heading down towards the fringe. Don't be afraid to stand up in the front and imagine they're all naked, and then they'll be the ones that feel so vulnerable. Once they've seen you naked, there's not as much to hide, no need for inhibition. You have to respect the pride, to love your reflection instead of despising what was your life. Whatever flips your switch, fulfills that niche, grants your wish, gives you a grip on this head trip. What do I remember the words to? I think I'm going to do Sarah Vaughan. Yeah. The night is cold and I'm so all alone. I give my soul just to call you my own. Got a moon above me, but no one to love me. Lover man, oh where can you be? I heard it said that the thrill of romance could be like a heavenly dream. I go to bed with a prayer that you'll make love to me, strange as it seems. One day we'll meet and you'll dry all my tears and whisper sweet little things in my ears, a hugging and a kissing. Oh, what we've been missing, lover man. Oh, where can you be, lover man? Where can you be? Thank you.